went on there.
I saw one went on there.
I see it too. All the long story short, we have a TV behind me, and we see a little fantasy pop up there. Go ahead.
I disagree with Loom. I think Germany will beat Japan. We saw what happened in World War II.
Wait,
Yo!
It's a totally different podcast then.
Germany are the better team. They have more firepower.
Yo! Wait, now!
Messi! How good is he? And it's Cristiano Ronaldo by himself. I don't believe it. That is beyond special. Again and again and again. What about? There's your fairy tale.
Hello, good day folks, we are back. It's been a little while. Today we bring in our first official World Cup edition, Project Patois FC World Cup edition show. Tomorrow is the World Cup, we're filming on Saturday, so tomorrow Qatar gonna beat Ecuador. Because we all know it's rigged. We have something special for you coming. Long story short, we're gonna predict the groups. We're gonna go down the line and you'll hear everybody's take and who's gonna move on. Is the top two moving forward? Before that though, big up Timmy behind the camera there, my boy Timmy. He went to Mexico and bring back our wet jersey from us. So he also decided to be the first person to buy a full box of Don Ross Panini cards. This is the Road to World Cup edition. As you can see, the box is sealed from Panini, and we're going to do some real special. We're actually gonna open 2 of the packs for you. We don't want to open the whole box because that'll be a whole episode in itself. Let me see what Timmy is going to get. Right? So as you can see, this is all the packs here. So, what some of the things we're looking for, as you can see those Marvel cards, those are some of the most sought after. Panini made a partnership with Marvel, and in the back they have like a little comic book script for each player. And here what? We had to eventually open all for Timmy, but I'll let the fellas decide which pack we opening on air. Tell me left or right? Left. Which number?
The third.
Third. Right, so that's the first pack we opening. Jogi, give me one.
Top right.
Top right. He's a simple man. Right?
Right.
So, let's see what's going on here. If we get any autographs, if we get anything. So, usually the best cards are in the back of the pack, right? So I don't want them see the pack.
Alright.
So,
I see it.
watch you.
Man,
Right?
I started light up.
So we have, you could call the players one time.
I guess.
Croatia.
Who was that, Kovacic?
Yep.
What? Big
Gravenberch. Wow, there's a big pack dog. You get Saka.
What?
What?
Yeah.
I want that one.
We have
Yeah,
our
the
first
PK. For that.
rated rookie card in Nuno Mendes.
What?
So men going wild. That's a real big card.
Mensch.
Rated rookies are like the best young players up and coming, and this is also their first ever card that was being made, right? We have Mikel, or how is pronouncing
Oh,
it?
yeah. Zabal?
But he
Right.
injured.
He
Big up
kind of
safe.
shitty, but that's alright. we have our next big rated rookie. We have
Oh shit,
the
that your
defender.
boy.
Who's that?
That your boy.
Oh shit. Jasko for Gavidon.
Jesco, yep.
Yeah.
So that's our
That's a
next
big
rated
pull,
rookie.
that's a
Yeah, a
big
big
pull.
player.
And we have here our first Chrome insert, which is Kingsley Coman.
What?
So that's actually a real good one.
Big player.
We have the next player is from
Couple,
Matthew's favorite team who did not make it to the World Cup.
Yeah, that one.
So we actually have Immobile with our
Oh
first
God.
power in the box
True,
insert, right? So
Nice pull.
I will pack these up properly for Timmy after, but the big pulls from this, definitely the Kingsley Coman, because it's a chrome. We have the Immobile, which is an insert and is actually a textured insert.
What?
So, oh shit, is a press proof. So that's even bigger. So this is the more rare versions of the inserts, right? So well done to me on our first one. We have Saka here. We have Gravenberch. We have the 2 rated rookies.
I feel the Nuno
So
inches he pulled it.
So
Nah, no, come on,
Kovacic,
it's the World Cup winner.
right now is I think
Rookie.
in all these I will actually probably go with
You got it all because he's gonna be
yeah
a monster.
the rated rookies
He's not
because-
going Chelsea, but
He
he's not
come in
going
Chelsea
Chelsea.
and he will save us.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, let's see.
you can hear the fellas' reactions. We're doing good so far, Timmy. Big up
Big
yourself.
up yourself, Timmy.
We have pack number 2 here.
You almost make back your money, don't worry.
Almost.
Now technically with the rookies, just don't sell them now. You don't make back your money. So you're safe, right?
Nice.
So we move on to pack number 2. We have
Ooh,
Berghuis.
that is our big pull.
From Netherlands.
This is our big pull.
Yeah.
Oh, wait now.
We have Jadon Sancho here.
That's not a big pull. That's not. We can
Which
discard
is-
that.
Yeah.
A pretty good pull for the Man U men. You know, big up yourself. We have Sanchez from Colombia,
Nice.
which is a good player too. Not a huge pull, but he's a good player.
Spirit Sanchez.
We have
Yeah.
who's this one boy from Poland? Pronounce the name.
Wow.
I see.
Messi.
Nah, what?
Oh wow!
That's a shocker.
Don't.
Alright, right.
What's it, no?
Bersinski.
He from Poland.
Yes.
We don't know him, so you lose money on this one to me, but that's alright.
Blaszczykowski
Oh,
2.2.
We have our next rated rookie here, Jose Macias from Mexico.
Mexico.
So
Nice.
Timmy
man.
just went Mexico, so that's why you get his player.
Nice.
Pick up yourself. We have our next rookie card. This is not
Whoa.
a rated rookie, but this is a rookie. We have Huang.
Juan Hichan.
No boy. Nah, that's a big player.
Who's that?
He
Way?
played in La Liga. Ujo Juan.
Yeah.
No.
Would you Juan?
Yeah, he's a big player.
So according to Matthew, we get through, but I don't know the
Yeah.
man. So I don't want to sell your
he
dreams.
plays for Mallorca.
We have
Mallorca,
our
okay.
next Chrome insert, which is Wijnaldum. So this is actually a real good pull.
Chichi.
How
Is
about
that
you?
decent?
He even get called.
And
Nah, yeah,
wow, we actually have for the first time I've seen this insert, but this is something called The Rookies. This is Brother Rich from Croatia.
Nice,
So
man.
so this is not press proof as how the Immobile was, but it's still textured. So this is a good card too. I actually think the rated rookies will be worth more than this one, but then
Not
I
bad.
think you balance it off.
Not bad,
So
not
in
bad.
total here, well done. We only opened 2 packs on air for all year. I will save these for Timmy.
I feel they triple their money.
Triple this year.
And what I will do while I pack these for Timmy, the fella's gonna start. So go through.
No problem. Alright, so we're gonna go through all of the groups, make our predictions, who's going to top the group, who's going to come second, and well, third and fourth. So we can get right into it. The Qataris, they've been drawn, of course they qualified by hosts, so they didn't have to go through the qualification process. If you watch the FIFA documentary, you could see it was a bit corrupt how they won the World Cup, but
Big up, Jack.
big
Up
up
Jack Warner.
But
Big up Jack,
getting-
big up Netflix.
getting back into the groups, they were drawn with Ecuador from South America, Senegal from the African contingent, and Netherlands from the Europe. So I will go to Loom, who he's back in United for the World Cup, as you all could see.
Yeah, apparently he ordered his jerseys from and
He could tell you why
it didn't reach in time.
But yeah, this group is a very interesting group. Obviously, we have the team that will probably corrupt the whole World Cup in Qatar. We have Ecuador, who's a solid defensive team, but they kind of shaky in attack.
Facts.
And then we have Netherlands, who I'm very impressed with going into the World Cup. I like Van Gaal's process.
I like that jersey.
Yeah, the jersey very wet too. But for this group, I'll go with Netherlands first, Senegal third, and Qatar second. And then for fourth place, obviously, Ecuador.
What?
Yeah, I think Qatar will come second in
You
this
think they're
group.
rigging it? Or you think the host
I just if Sadio Mane was in the World Cup,
But
I would
Bridget,
put
that
Senegal
sun real hot there, by the way.
Yeah.
So I just saying, putting that out there.
Yeah. They've been training for like 10 months now.
Yeah.
I just think the background work on Qatar ends will edge it, and I think the last time a host did make it out of the group was South Africa in 2010.
Yeah.
So I'll give them the edge.
But South Africa was a decent team.
South Africa was
Yeah.
the team.
Qatar, I know.
Qatar, I mean, they've been poaching players from all over the
Yeah.
world for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
So hopefully they show that they look alright. But I mean, I personally don't think Qatar is going to make it. As much as they will try to rig the games, I think they will come last. Even if they rig the games, they're gonna come last. I have Ecuador coming in third. I think they have a very good team. I think it's between Ecuador and Senegal for that second spot. Ecuador has players like Moises Caicedo and Patois F.C. from Brighton.
Wow.
Who could-
you get a real
Who
good
could carry
Say
them
name
a little
again.
bit.
Say your name again.
Who's that? Moises Caicedo and Patois F.C.
Yeah.
Practice that before you
Stupinian.
come here.
And yeah, so they could carry the team, and Valencia up top as well too. But I still think that Senegal will come second. We thought that Mane might be able to make it. He's not going to make it, so unfortunate for him. But at the same time, I still think Koulibaly, Mendy, Ismaila Sarr, all these players could carry them, and they have a solid foundation in the midfield as well too. So I think Senegal will come second, and then I have Netherlands to come first. I think they have a good young team. Van Gaal is a very good coach. He's done it before. And I think you have to look out for Gapco from Netherlands.
Yeah, he come in Man United.
Man United.
Everybody come, man. United.
And somebody leaving.
We'll get that in when we get reach Portugal.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Jogi?
Joji.
Yeah, I think same thing. Netherlands as well too. Under Van Gaal is a totally different side. I think they're gonna walk this group. To me, the only opposition they're gonna have to me is Senegal. Senegal coming off champions in Africa as well too. So, and I mean, that was not only because of Sadio Mane. They have a good squad overall. So I think that thanks, appreciate it. I think that Senegal are gonna easily go through in second place. I mean, I understand Qatar poaching players and thing from over the past few years, but I don't see them making any
Doing
kind of
anything.
I just don't see it. Ecuador as well too. I don't see them being able to overcome Netherlands or Senegal. So to me, is Netherlands 1, Senegal 2 from this group.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna put Qatar last for sure. I think honestly, Netherlands is a hit or miss. I think as much as Van Gaal has the track record, they just be shooting blanks sometimes. So
Shooting
although
what?
blanks.
Alright.
Yo.
Go ahead.
So, although the reason I said that is, although I put in them first, I think there's a chance that they could slip up.
Yeah.
I will then put Senegal in second as well, and then Ecuador. Tough luck, you gotta hold the third.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Alright, we can move on to the next group now. Group B. We have England. We have Iran,
Bye, Timmy. All the
USA,
Timmy
later to me,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'll bring all your cards for you. I'll sort them
USA
out.
and Wales. So what do you think about, I know you as a big England fan, so you can talk on England.
You feel like coming home?
Well, I think this group one, on paper it looks good for England, but I think this group gonna be difficult for England. Iran is a very good
Yep.
defensive team.
Correct.
This guy Carlos, he came from the school of Jose Mourinho.
Nice.
So I
Carlos
think
Queiroz.
yeah, I think Iran is a good team to watch out for. And then USA is on the rise. The World Cup is in 2026. They have a lot of young players coming up. Plenty of them playing the Premier League. Aronson. Then you have Tyler Adams. They have a decent team, and then you have Wales. But
I could forget
that man is a shit
the
up, but-
golden boy for USA.
Yeah, Weston McKennie.
Western,
from,
okay.
yeah.
They have a good team.
But I think this group gonna be difficult for England. But I think England will come first. It will just be kind of hiccups. But
Yeah.
England first, and then I'll go with Iran second.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I'll go with who I put here. Right, I put.
Only he write more code, so it's kind of hard for him to understand what he was
I like
saying.
how other make fun of my grocery list last time. Man.
Yeah.
And then come out with big grocery list yesterday.
I was the only one who told me list.
So I think England first, Iran second, USA third, and Wales fourth. I think Wales is on decline. Bale is 35 now. I don't know.
Yeah.
He scored a monster header in that MLS Cup finals, but I just think
It's
This-
MLS Cup
MLS
final.
Cup.
I think
Keep it in perspective.
he's barely played. He's barely played in the MLS
Yeah,
actually,
hardly,
and
yeah.
I think
He's
his
still a captain.
No, he's not.
Bale?
Oh,
No, not sure.
Oh, for Wales?
For
Yeah,
Wales?
Yeah,
he would be-
yeah.
So they have a golfer as a
Is it
captain. Just to
talisman?
put it in perspective.
yeah, I think Wales has struggled offensively. They wait for the counter attack, and I just think England will win the group. So
Fair enough.
I kind of on the same page because I was at last World Cup. We saw Iran make a little splash as well.
Yeah.
Iran, I think
yeah,
it was
some nice.
they got robbed in that. They got
Yeah,
robbed in that
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Against Portugal.
Portugal.
Was
yeah.
Portugal.
Yeah, that was a sticky one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get
So,
everybody in.
I honestly think that it's gonna be a very similar situation. I could see England coming out, same thing you say, it looking easy on paper for England, but
It will have hiccups.
it will have
Yeah.
hiccups. And like we realize, England sometimes you're not too sure with them now, So I think they overachieve in the last two tournaments personally. Or it's probably I just don't like them. But
Facts,
I think that they're gonna come out on top. And I think a few days ago I was probably thinking the US, but over the past yesterday and today really thinking about it, I really feel Iran gonna say something.
And you know what?
Yeah.
The last game is Iran versus USA. That
Yeah.
gonna be a
Yeah,
big
big,
game.
It'll be
yeah.
a fight.
That will be
Yeah.
a game for sure. So, me personally, I have Iran to finish last, which might be a surprise. The only man they really have is Mehdi Taremi, who is a great player. But and what the thing about Iran too is they took a break from the league as well, so they've been
Okay.
playing for the last 6 weeks. They've
Yeah.
been organizing friendlies. A lot of teams have done this. That's why I think some of the European teams might struggle because they've been going all at it.
Fitness-wise, yeah.
Yeah, at it in their leagues. Up till last week, we still had the leagues going on. So Iran has that advantage. I don't think it's going to help them as much though. I think they're going to finish last in the group still. I have Wales to finish second. I think it's between USA and Wales for that second place, but I just think Wales in the end will edge it. Players like Brennan Johnson and Wales Wales. I'm thinking about Gareth Bale. Anytime I think about Bale, I think about Wales because he just carry them every time they're in a tournament. So yeah, I have Wales second and
Daniel
then
James.
England first. But I have to say Southgate is a fraud. The man didn't take Tony, don't mind the man betting.
Yeah, boy.
I-
That might be the reason. It might be that he had that betting scandal, but to not take Tomori and to take men like Eric Dyer and these type of players over Tomori, I think was a big disgrace. And I don't want to see England do anything in this World Cup.
Yeah, nah,
I think Southgate is
scam.
out after this World Cup because that was nonsense.
Right, so my turn. I honestly think England will surprise people and do a little better than, they forget the England fans. Like in general, the general consensus is that England, as you said, is overachieved. I think they might get a little lucky. I feel looking at the lineup and how the bracket's going, I don't think they have the toughest games. Because even if they slip up and they come second, they still wouldn't have the toughest. So I still put them first, but all that being said, I just think that they can gel because I'm watching the team and the players, and I think the style of play with their midfielders going forward, with their backline, everything could work. Let's see. Again, they did leave home some very key players, and I think players that deserve to play. But that's a whole different, topic. I think they will come first in this group. I do believe USA will come second. As much as I like Iran, I still think USA have a little bit more firepower. Wales, I will put Wales last. Again, I don't think they have anything really going for them. Iran have a little bit more fight in them, I think. Even Wales in international competitions don't really, have that heartiness in them. So I will put Iran as third. So England, USA, Iran, and then Wales. That's for me.
Fair enough. Heading into Group C now, we have the 2022 World Cup champions, Argentina.
No, sir.
Bullshit!
No, sir.
Bullshit!
They
We're
are
talking about Saudi Arabia.
big up Saudi Arabia, but Argentina, then they have Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Lewandowski's Poland.
Yep.
So in this group, it's a very interesting group apart from Saudi Arabia. What do you think about this group?
We all know Argentina gonna win this group.
You feel so, way?
Yeah, bro.
You sure?
Mexico right now in our shambles.
Facts.
Poland has a decent side, but they don't play the best football. And well,
Correct.
Saudi Arabia is actually a side to watch out for, but I just think the star power not there.
Yeah.
The only thing you had to watch them is them kids. Them kids are
Yeah, the
fresh.
kids.
It's hard.
But other than that, I think Argentina winning this group comfortably. They're gonna probably smash Saudi Arabia in that first game too to bring up the goal difference. So Argentina for me will top that group, and then I will actually go with Poland second. I know Mexico is usually a team that has come out of the group
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
get
yeah.
licks in the round
They
of
always
six.
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, this Mexico side,
Shaky.
Yeah.
it over the years has gotten shaky. The manager hasn't really updated the team in terms of tactics and everything like that. And they have the same players about 4 World Cups now.
Yeah.
Cuadrado,
They're still running iOS 10.
yeah, and
iOS 14.
they was actually thinking of bringing Chicharito back in the squad. You know.
Should I carry him? I carry Chicharito.
They have Jimenez running their front line,
Yeah.
and he hasn't played football in how long?
Yeah.
So I think Mexico will come third in. No, actually, I think Saudi Arabia will come third in this group. I think Mexico come in dead last. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Interesting. What do you think?
Well,
Ruby?
we'll leave the Argentina man for last.
Yeah. Argentina for me coming out of this group on top. No doubts about that. But I think an account in Saudi Arabia and Poland, same thing is they have a decent side, but we don't ever see in international tournaments. We just don't see it. See, I don't
Materialize, yeah.
even think Lewandowski have like a World Cup goal to his name or anything like that. So I don't see Poland doing anything much. I still believe in Mexico. I want Mexico to come out of the group, and I just go in with tradition of them always coming out of the group. I think they're gonna push them, and they have Chouameni back there. You know, Chouameni gonna pull out his, what they say, prime Neuer, Casillas,
All in one.
all in one when it comes to the World Cup.
Is he that?
So I just think it's gonna be Argentina, Mexico, Poland, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Well, I say, we leave the Argentina man for last. I actually, in general, don't like Argentina in terms of their style of play. However, I
I
think
wonder why, boy.
yeah, I mean, big up Brazil,
I wonder why.
but generally, I think they used to have a very top-heavy team, and this is probably one of the first times since I've been alive that I could say they have a very balanced team. So there is a possibility for them to really gel and move a lot further than they did before in my eyes.
For sure.
So I see them moving forward and winning this group easily. I then move on to Poland second. I still think Lewandowski, as much as he doesn't have a team around him, he could still get goals. And I think them 1, 2, 3 little goals in the right timing could throw the tie in Poland's direction. And I don't see Mexico and Saudi being able to come back from that. So I will go Argentina, Poland, then Mexico for me, because Mexico have a little bit more, I feel, fight in them than Saudi Arabia in terms of our World Cup stage. I think people don't realize how easy it is to choke on a big stage like that. So Mexico been in it. So I given them that little edge over Saudi Arabia, not necessarily talent-wise, but they have that edge. So yeah, Saudi last for me.
Saudi last.
Let's go to Johnny.
Best for last. I'll go fourth to first, so I don't show my bias. I will put Saudi Arabia in last. These are one of the next teams that ended the league early to prepare for the World Cup. Do I think it's gonna help them? No. I think this team is this group is too much for them to handle. So I put them last. I have second is gonna be between Mexico and Poland in my eyes. I think Poland will probably edge it out, because I just think Poland has more firepower with Lewandowski and Zielinski. Mexico, we want to back them as a CONCACAF nation, but at the same time too, as an Argentina fan, they always seem to beat up on Mexico, so I hope they do it again. And I think Argentina will easily win this group and beat everyone in this group and finish in first.
And apparently win the World Cup.
And win the World Cup, yes. Alright, so we'll move on to Group D now. This will be Georgie's group because he's a France supporter, as you could see. France is in this group, also with Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia.
And France get the hardest group
So
here.
we'll save Jogi
That
for
big
last.
that hand, bro.
We'll leave Jogi for last. So who do you think will win this group?
I would say because Benzema injured, France last. No, sorry.
Dude,
France
man.
France going through. Definitely in first for me on this one. I don't really have to explain that. We move on to second, which I think is a little weird. I think Denmark will, just based on experience again in big competitions in the Euros. They have a very nice gelling team that, again, as we saw in Euros, just fight for each other. So I put in them second. I will then go to Tunisia in third because to me Australia, nah, bro. like nah. Oceania, I'm sorry. Other than well, Japan is Oceania, no?
I think Australia entered the Asia.
Yeah,
Australia into the
Australia.
Asia.
they move into the
Oh
Asia
well then,
conference.
well alright. They get promoted then, but that makes them the worst of maybe the Asian teams. So
Yeah, possibly.
yeah, possibly. So I would say France first, Denmark second, Tunisia third, just because I think Australia is that bad. Australia last.
For me, I agree. I think Australia on paper is probably the worst side in this tournament.
Yeah.
But I think the first place for me is between Denmark or France. I think they're the better sides by far in this
Yeah.
group. But I edged it to France. My reason being is because I saw they playing Australia first, so they could rack up that goal difference. And then the second game they play in Denmark. I know Denmark never really draws games; they either win or loses. But I think France, that game will draw, and then. So I put France first, Denmark second, Tunisia third, and then Australia fourth. I really love the look of Denmark. I don't think you could call them a dark horse again because that team,
No, they're top two.
They gel, yeah.
they're top 10 team in
Yeah.
FIFA rankings.
Yeah.
They reached the semi-finals of the Euros, the quarter-finals last World Cup. I think that team is a very, very solid team. So yeah, Denmark for me for sure getting out of this group.
Big up Ericsson.
Big up Ericsson.
Big up Ericsson. So me personally, I have Tunisia last. Big up Wabi Kajri, but nah,
Big up Hannibal Metri.
Yeah. Fire.
Hannibal is
I have
up.
him on my
Is
fantasy.
good too. So at Tunisia
Yo,
last, I have Australia coming in third. I don't know what I turned.
I saw one on there.
I see it too. All the long story short, we have a TV behind me, and we see a little fantasy pop up there. But go ahead.
Alright, Australian third. I think they don't really have anyone to speak of, but I think they still have a solid core. They always have these 6 foot whatever players that might nick a corner and get a little 1-0 or something. So I think they could do that over Tunisia. Then I have a big shocker in this group. I have France to come in second because I think Denmark will beat them. They beat them in the Nations League a little while ago.
Yeah.
And I think France are going to struggle without the midfield. With Pogba and Kante missing, I think France are going to struggle with the 2 Madrid men pulling it down.
Yeah, you're taking that, boy.
No, I think I'm thinking about Benji right now.
Oh yeah, we have Benzi's biggest supporter over here struggling.
I mean, the France midfield talented, it's just that they lack experience. They have a lot
lack
of
experience.
midfielders lacking
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah,
the
if
only
you-
man who have experience is Rabiot.
Rabiot, and I mean,
Madman Rabiot.
I tweeted out yesterday that I hope Rabiot proved me wrong this World Cup. Like I hope because
But yeah,
he, to me, I've never seen Rabiot do anything to deserve
Facts.
a call up to that France midfield.
Yeah, correct.
the only positive is he actually informing.
He
club form,
informed, that's
club
why,
form,
yeah. So that's why I say I hope
He
he
fits
proved me
and he
wrong.
informed. Right?
And I mean, Tchouameni was gonna start over Kante this season for sure. Because I just
Yeah, I mean, he played.
I do like
Kante,
what I just do like what Kante has been doing, running all over like a madman for the past and just
Can't they give you a World Cup and that
no,
respect you giving
but
them?
since then Chelsea, your beloved side,
Fair.
turn him to a centre attacking mid.
Yeah.
And he's be running and
box to
leaving.
box.
Yeah. so
Chelsea
that's-
But in my opinion, Kante is a box to box.
Yeah, but
That's
too many times I saw him with France
Yeah.
leave the space open where he used to cover before.
Yeah.
And you can't have
Because it
Pogba is
changed it,
not
yeah.
that mobile player to be because even if you leave the space, you used to have maturity.
Yeah.
You don't have a player like that.
Nobody's
anymore.
slotting in.
Fact.
Nobody's slotting in.
So
That's fair.
France, to me, with if we have an informed Rabiot, we have Tchouameni. I okay with that. My problem is Deschamps trying out Griezmann in the middle when we have
Shaky.
that. It no make sense. You have Fofana there, Camavinga there. You know, you
Men
can do
who
some-
know how to play there.
Yeah. But the group to me is harder than what people make it out to be, because same thing like you said, Denmark beat France in the Nations
Only
League just
making
a few months
excuses
ago.
now.
The Denmark side is a good side. But I still think France gonna break the World Cup winners curse and come out of the group, unlike what it was like the last three of them.
I think 4 of the last 5.
Yeah, four, right. Only Brazil came out of the
Yeah,
group
that
in
yeah.
2006.
4 of the
Right.
last 5 winners have exited at the group
Yeah.
stage.
So I
Correct.
think France gonna break that curse. Right now, I'm praying Benzema is not injured and he could still take part. So, privilege.
I think Tchouameni really, you know, is
Yeah.
who partners him
Exactly.
will be the difference in
Yeah.
our midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And if Deschamps go mad and just
Well,
put Griezmann
but
in.
he is going back to the back four.
Yeah.
I believe he's going back to the back four, which is I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're more stable like
but
that.
that's by force because of injuries.
Yeah.
No, but even so, but then again, you didn't pick Jean Claus, and which you would have played as a right wing back
Facts,
if you're
yeah.
playing a back three,
Yeah.
and but you have Theo there. So, but I happy with the back four. The attack I happy with once Benzema is there.
Fingers
But
crossed.
I think Tunisia does always pull a surprise on a big team, so you never know.
Yeah.
So, as still going, France, Denmark, Tunisia third, Australia fourth.
Boom, we move on to one of the
Fair enough.
next big groups.
We have Group E now. We have Spain.
Two giants here for sure.
Spain, Costa Rica from CONCACAF region, big them up.
Mm-hmm.
Germany and Japan.
It's a big group, bro.
Yeah, this is a big one. I honestly can't wait for that Spain-Germany match because I think the dynamics of that going to be crazy.
Not Germany gonna put them to the sword.
I would like that. I mean, I rate Germany more than Spain right now, but
Luis Enrique because of that Barca man.
but yes, it's basically what it is, Barca versus Bayern.
Yeah,
can't
well,
watch.
we don't know.
Yeah. Bayern any day. So I will start with my prediction. Clearly, I have Germany on top. Big up their kits, insane. Bless up to Timmy, my boy, who go on there who buy me one of them Germany kits.
Timmy just rolling to buy you kids.
Yeah, no, that's my source. My thing real. Mine just come from. Anyhow, so Germany.
You don't know, big man.
Mine real too, right? Germany first, Spain second. For me, I will go with Japan third because it's Japan. Who doesn't love Japan? And then we put Costa Rica, unfortunately, last. I don't really think you have anybody that is playing a big
Kilo
league.
Navas.
Well,
They
I mean,
they pull them out again.
he just going on me.
Joel Campbell.
Campbell. Brian Reese on the side.
I
Yeah.
don't
So
think so, no? He must be
big
like
up all my
40.
Costa Rican people, but all they dead last. So that's me. We move on. Lou.
Alright, so this is actually the first group I have a shocker in because I realize every World Cup they have a big team getting knocked out in the group stage. And this team I find has impressed me because I watched over some games and they look really good. I'm going
Japan.
with Japan is getting through in that group. And I'm putting them second. I like the look of Japan and I think they'll give Germany trouble in that first game because Germany for me does give away so much chances. That defense don't look solid at all. And it is very high XG chances Germany gives away. They have a very good team, don't get me wrong. But I do like how they play that high line in international games. And I think Japan will give Germany trouble, so I'm going Japan second. I'm going Spain first. Spain impressed me in the last major tournament. And I'm going with...
Georgie don't disagree with him.
Yeah. I'm
He
going
was
He
good,
was,
he was
yes,
very
yes, yes, it was no.
yeah, so I'm going Spain first, Japan second. I like the look of Japan. Big up Kubo. He's
Let
one
it
to
go,
watch.
let it go.
He's from Real. He's
Yeah,
a Real
let it
better.
go.
He's a Real youth man who
Yeah.
went across and now he's at Sociedad. I think he's a
Yeah.
brilliant player. I'm going Germany third. I think Germany will be the first big team getting knocked out in that tournament. And that's a big prediction because that team on paper stink, but I have to go with it. And then fourth will be Costa Rica.
Man say, who is that again?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Big predictions, bold
Yeah,
one. So we
well.
have our first big team technically getting knocked out by Loom.
yeah.
Johnny, there you
Alright, for this group, I have big up Costa Rica again, but I think they come in last. And then I have for second place, I think is going to be tight between Germany and Japan. I disagree with Loom. I think Germany will beat Japan. We saw what happened in World War II.
Wait,
Yo!
It's a totally different podcast then.
I'm joking, but nah, Germany
We went
are the
from
better
opening trading cards to dropping bombs, right? So, I don't know.
Germany are the better team. They have more firepower.
Yo!
Wait, now what? You already come out of there, boy.
Yeah, Germany. I put Germany
Talk
in
about
second.
Japan and USA wasn't in the same group. Continue.
Kai Havertz will carry Germany. I think they have a strong side. They have a great coach in Hansi Flick. And then I have Spain to finish first, even though Enrique picked Eric Garcia, which I have no clue why he picked him because I don't rate him at all. I will put Spain to come first because I just think on the big stages they show up as we saw in the Euros. And I think they'll have a similar run in this World Cup as well too.
Joji.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the last podcasts I spoke about Enrique's Barca bias. And
I think it's blatant by now, eh?
it blatant.
Aye.
Blatant.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, he called up Balde for left back, which the man has been doing okay, but oh gosh, man, let me be real.
Yeah.
And well, I was going good with Looms, but
Till it wasn't.
my big team, my first big team, I think they're not gonna make it because I know people watching them. I know they did well. I think Spain not gonna make it out of the group.
So they
I have Germany and Japan making it out. I like the Japan side. I want Kubo to do well. I think Germany now World Cup. I think after the last World Cup, they can't go through that again. That's not what Germany expect. And with Hansi Flick there, I mean,
Yeah, them Germans don't play.
yeah, I don't think. I mean, the missing. If they had Toni Kroos,
Yeah.
I would have said
It locked. Yeah, it
curtains.
locked.
But I still think Germany gonna put in the work and they're gonna come out of this group. I'm saying it. There's no big prediction. Spain not coming out of the group. And Japan coming out second. Costa Rica, sorry. Kayla, sorry. Fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on. Next group.
Interesting. Alright, so moving on to Group F now. We have Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and
Croatia.
last World Cup finalists,
Yes, big
Croatia.
players.
Well, I will go last because two teams in this group that I support.
Loom, you start.
Home team and
Yeah.
outside team.
Well, I actually have our next shocker here, so I have two back-to-back shockers.
Belgium getting knocked out.
Belgium get knocked out.
Alright.
I
Belgium
think-
third or last?
I think first of all, the midfield for me, Belgium midfield is a very decent midfield, but our defense and attack lacking right now. They're still using Vertonghen and Alvarez.
Which
who's-
is wrong.
Was that
Yeah.
what, 40 years?
I think if a team with pace getting behind that defense,
Yeah.
that would be trouble. And the attack for me was always Belgium's strength. Lukaku hasn't barely kicked a ball this season.
Kakalu.
Batshuayi decent, but I don't think he had the firepower to carry them. And then Hazard,
Hamburger,
we
man.
all
Hazard is a hazard right now.
big butter man. I don't know where.
we talked about this last time.
But I think Belgium Canada will give trouble to Belgium in our first game too, which will kind of stifle out Belgium. So for this group, I'm actually going Morocco first.
What?
Whoa!
No, I'm very.
Whoa!
They have the best fullback pairing in the World Cup.
It's true.
In my opinion. Then they have Ziyech, who has something to prove. I like this Morocco side. Trust me when I say they will score plenty goals in this World Cup. And then I'll go with Croatia second. I think Croatia has the best midfield in this World Cup. Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic. Very good. And then
itches.
yeah, real bitches.
Itches.
I said itches, not bitches.
And then they Croatia for me, they implementing the experience, and now they're bringing up these young Croatians who are actually really good, like Jonathan's boy Joseph Gravdiol, however you pronounce. Just go.
Joseph Gabriel.
So I find Croatia is always a solid team.
Yeah.
Too. So I put
And they seem to be evolving. They're not
Yeah.
dying. So
Facts.
that's fact. So Croatia second for me, Belgium third, and then Canada fourth. Canada will give teams trouble, but I just think they do. Jonathan David, watch out for him, but I just think they wouldn't make it out this group. But Canada will draw. I think they will draw against Belgium or trouble them. So,
Joji, you wanna go?
Yeah.
This is a tough one, eh?
Yes,
This is actually, I think, the toughest group we face so
because
far.
I mean, Canada side, yes, they
Yes and
could,
no.
but
Yeah.
I'm not counting them
Yeah.
going through, but they could
They could show
impact
up,
the
yeah.
group. Canada could impact the group.
And they have players that could make a difference.
And-
A little one.
Yeah, and it's exactly what Loom saying. Morocco up there. I think Croatia are gonna go through for sure.
Yeah.
But when you look at Belgium squad for real, I mean, to be honest, T1 not in the best of form right now. The attack same thing is the Qatar not even playing for AC. You know, which would have you think that move would have been like
Yeah,
a big,
a big move.
yeah.
For sure.
So I
the
mean,
only thing that rates is our midfield.
the midfield,
Other than that.
the midfield is the only thing. Tillemans and De Bruyne gonna. Carrasco does always do something. Torgan does always do something. But
Yuri.
is it enough?
Yeah.
Is it enough for this group? As I feel I think
He feel it probably.
I don't know. It just it just.
I open up
confused
your
me.
eyes there.
Yeah, it did.
My eyes closed long time ago. Want me to go first then?
But I feel Belgium just gonna sneak out of the group over Morocco. So I'm gonna go with Croatia, Belgium, Morocco, and Canada.
And on to me, we'll leave Johnny for last, but I actually agree with Joji's prediction there. I think Croatia are going to come first because they are the most solid team there, and they've been playing good. I don't think you could really knock them at all. Croatia, they might be lacking a little firepower, but they'll be fine. I think Croatia first, Belgium is our next team. I think that's been shooting blanks, but I don't think they have enough to really take it far in the competition. However, I see them coming out of the group, so I put them second with definitely Morocco third, and then Canada. I just don't think they have enough. I think give them a next World Cup, maybe one or two more, and they might have a decent side to come out the group stage. But right now, all your last for me.
Fair enough. I have my allegiances to Belgium and Canada.
Belgium, Canada, and Argentina.
Argentina.
That's a nice looking child.
Imagine if Trinidad was in.
Yeah, so I actually agree with a lot of what they said. I think Belgium is going to struggle, unfortunately. I think Canada will struggle as well too. I think Martinez is a fraud. I wanted him out since last
You could
Euros.
go back in the reels, you'll see him.
Yeah.
I think he's a fraud. And I just, I don't know, boy. Belgium just leaving a sour taste in my mouth right now. They lost to Belgium the other day, and lost to Egypt the other day, and they just don't look as strong as they usually do. And I think what's gonna happen is Martinez is gonna trust those vets like Hazard and some players who shouldn't be playing.
And they wouldn't
And
do
there's youth players that they could bring in, or younger players who are more hungry, like Leandro Trossard. We have men like Onana. I don't know why he didn't pick Lavia, because Lavia is our boss, but he snubbed Lavia. But at the same time, I still think Belgium will find a way to get out of the group. I'll put them in second. I think Croatia will come first. I think Croatia could go far into the tournament as well with a favourable draw. They have the usual suspects in the team, as Lum was mentioning. Josko Gavidal is a big help to their defence. They have guys like Vida, who we always see. Mr. Voldemort.
He's a monster for them.
You will never hear about him in club, but anytime an international competition
And
rolls
there's
around,
players like that.
he does just pop up. So big up him. Then I have, unfortunately, Canada to come last. I just think they won't have the experience that these other teams have in a major tournament like this.
But give them time.
Yeah, give them a little time. Alphonso Davies, I don't know how much he's going to play. Jonathan David will have to carry them, which I don't think he will. So then I have Canada last, and then Morocco in third. Morocco has some good players as well, as Luma saying, Hakimi, Youssef Attal. They have Ziyech, lots of good players in that team. I think El Nesiri is the for them as well too. Yeah. So they have a lot of good players. So second is really between Morocco and Belgium, and I think Belgium will just edge out Morocco. So that's Group F.
Boom, bang, bang.
Now we head into Group G.
Well, I'll stay for last.
We have the bias,
Go ahead.
Brazil.
Bye.
Then we have Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. So you could start from this side and we'll end with the bias Brazil.
I think this is a real tough group. Switzerland always does something. They find a way. Cameroon, yeah, again, big team.
All them African teams, bro.
Yeah, all
they
them-
will show
yeah,
up on
they
the
will
day
show
and
up.
destroy everybody.
Serbia, I looking at Serbia to do something in this World Cup. They have a really strong team. They have a team that is well put together. So
A lot of
Um,
itches out there too.
yeah. Savage in the middle there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the dog. Hopefully, I mean, Vlahovic and Luka Jovic on top too. You can't go wrong. So, Brazil gonna win it easy. We know that. Brazil, in the form that they in, the players that they have, the quality on the pitch, they're gonna win this group. But I think Serbia is gonna sneak in to that second place. I really can't say between Switzerland and Cameroon who's third or fourth. But I know that Switzerland or Cameroon gonna.
Give me one. We had to make the graphic.
Alright,
Just
let me
make
go.
my life
Let
hard.
me go. Yeah, let's make it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did make the correct prediction with the Barca
did.
enter though.
You did.
As the only one who.
I know he makes sure we didn't forget that.
Yeah. I think Switzerland will go to it. Yeah.
Switzerland
yeah.
too.
Thanks.
Alright.
You're welcome.
As for me, I think this group is probably the group of death. I think this group is very hard to call. I think any team apart from Brazil could come second in this group. I wouldn't be so shocked if one of these teams could even take points off of Brazil. I think they have a very strong sides in this group. And last, I will put Cameroon. I think they have a nice team. I mean, they have Abu Bakar who does carry them up top. Not that one.
No bombs
Not
on
that one.
that. No.
Not that one. A different,
No.
a different one.
Controversial, right?
different one from Cameroon. Vincent Abu Bakar. Let me just get that straight. Big up Radamford though.
Big-
Right. So we have Cameroon in fourth. I think second is going to be very hard to call in this group between Switzerland and Serbia. But I will give it to the Swiss. I think Granit is playing very well. They have Shaqiri is going to turn into Messi. He always
As
does.
usual.
And then they have Bril Mbolo up top as well too. Who's a beast?
You have a club right now?
Mbolo?
No.
Who's that?
Shaqiri.
Shaqiri.
MLS.
That's a very good question.
He was in what?
Chicago
Toronto?
Fire.
Chicago Fire,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Right. But he's always turn up for international tournaments. So I think Switzerland will come second. And I think although Serbia has all the firepower, I think in the back they kind of lacking a bit. So I will put them into it. And well, Brazil to top the group because I just think they have the best, probably the best squad, the best 26-man squad in the World Cup. I think Chiche kind of plays a brand of football that Brazilians don't necessarily like as much as previous coaches, but it's a formula that will get them far in this tournament and will help them advance in the knockout rounds.
Yeah, for me, out of all the big teams, Brazil probably has one of the toughest groups in the World Cup. So they might stumble. But for me, Brazil will come first in this group. They're probably the best team on paper in the whole World Cup. Other than France, maybe. But, Brazil, yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, it's our teams, but Brazil had the best team on paper, in my opinion. But, yeah. So Brazil will top this group. They maybe draw against a Switzerland or a Serbia, but they will comfortably win this group. And then for me, I agree with what Johnny said. For me, second place will be between Serbia and Switzerland. For me, it's attack versus defense because Serbia has a very, very good attack, and Switzerland is a good knockout team who has a good defense.
And Jan Sommer.
Jan Sommer is just she's a monster.
He's a monster.
Yeah, but I'll edge it to Serbia. I think Switzerland is the knockout team, and they have the experience in that group. But I want to see Serbia do something. I think they have a very good attack, and they have Kostic on that left wing back. If they play a back three, then they could go with Mitrovic, Vlahovic, or two of them might pair up together. Do Santalic to go.
You have players all over the
A lot of itches.
Let's see if Mitrovic is fit to play the first few games. But yeah, I'll go with Brazil first, Serbia second, Switzerland third, and Cameroon fourth. Cameroon is a team that they have a good team, but they're very leaky, so that's why I put them fourth.
Fair
So,
enough.
Alright, on to my bias. I will start fourth. I will go with Cameroon as well. I don't think they have enough in this World Cup to make anything happen. I don't think Eto's predictions are going to be correct.
Hey, them predictions was real kicks,
Bro, that was wild.
AFCON.
So I big him up. I mean, if Trinidad win,
I respect it.
yeah, I respect it. I
yeah.
respect the hustle.
Yeah.
But Cameroon fourth for sure. I think Serbia third. I just think Switzerland again have that little mesh and have had players that played in big competitions together. Again, we were talking about Shaqiri and men that just show up for the national side. I think the Swiss have it there. I think also, moving on to my bias, I'll make this clear one time, I am not a specific international supporter in general. So like each World Cup you'll see me supporting a different side. I don't stick to one. My team is the Soca Warriors, big up for yourself. But I think Brazil for me, again as everybody said, have the squad depth, have the team that playing the best right now, and they have a formula again, as Johnny said, that could actually take them through and win a tournament. I think it's about time for Brazil to show up on the world stage again, to at least show that they're serious about it and they have something going for them. Neymar have a little chip on his shoulder, and I think having a difficult group is good for them. They're not going to take it for granted stepping into you go into that group stage, get out real easy and get waxed in round of 16. It happens.
Yeah.
So I think it's good for them to play these tough sides. I don't mind if they get a draw, whatever the case is. They just have to make it through. I honestly don't even care if they come second. I do think they will come first. But the tougher it is in the beginning, I think is better for them because they need the grit to get through. And it will show some of their weak points and they'll be able to iron it out in the first few games.
That is actually a brilliant point,
Yeah.
because I read something like in the past few World Cups, the winner, and they started off shaky, like they didn't play the best
Correct.
football.
Yeah,
France,
correct.
I think France in 2018 they
France
actually
did
had a,
draw the first game.
yeah,
I
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Paraguay.
it's a trend. So like
Yeah.
if Brazil start off
Correct.
shaky,
Correct.
Spain and all
yeah,
too.
Spain, yeah.
And it's something very important to look at because at the end of the day, it's a mental game as well as it's physical, right? So these players coming in and having to fight for something. When you reach to a penalty shootout that you're probably going to end bunks up. When you reach a tough game, when you have a few injuries, when you have a red card, like these are the things that are going to take you through, and that's what's determined our winning team. So I think that's a nice thing. Also, I don't think we brought this up before, but did you see the training videos with England training? How these men were dying?
Yeah, but the heat is going to be a
So
big factor.
keep the heat into consideration when you're looking at these games and these teams.
Yeah.
Brazil is Brazil. At the end of the day, they do have players that are still playing Brazil. They have a different way of training. They have a different mental. I think the heat is going to be a factor, and that is why I think a lot of South American teams will do better than European teams in Qatar. Let's wait and see, but that's just something on my end that gives Brazil a little extra oomph as well, in addition to the crazy squad they have. So, sorry, I'm going back to the prediction, but I just wanted to explain, certain little things. But Brazil for me first, Switzerland second, Serbia third, Cameroon fourth. And I think Brazil will get it.
All right, rounding out the groups now. We have our next group of that here. We have Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea.
It's a wild one.
This is a very wild one. I will leave Ghana for last because that's Loom's team.
Nah.
So you can start with Amis.
Yeah,
Talk about this group, right?
Boy, to be honest, I don't like Portugal. I mean, team. I like Ronaldo. This is not a Ronaldo bias. But I think, Portugal team, although they're playing good, I don't see them winning a World Cup. You know what I mean? They have a team that can win it, but they don't necessarily click. And they don't always play fluid, and they on paper, again, they're great, but as much as Brazil played, and you could see them, Portugal is a hit or miss for me, right?
Yeah.
So I do still think they will come first. I think, let me see, Uruguay for me gonna come second. I think they have a very strong team, and I think they again always show up in big tournaments. I see Ghana and South Korea being the toughest of choices here. I'm going to edge South Korea. I'm gonna give South Korea a little some and put them third, and then Ghana for me fourth. But again, Portugal first, but I don't think there's real people back in Portugal right now, and only need to chill.
You want to see the Ronaldo
Yeah,
Messi
yeah.
final?
Chill,
want to
bro.
see
Chill,
that.
chill,
Yeah.
chill.
Alright.
Yeah.
Me personally, I actually think there's gonna be a big upset in this group. I have for South Korea. I'll start with fourth place first. I think South Korea have a strong team. They have Kim in the back, and they have Son up top. They have Hwang Hee-chan as well too, who could do a little something too. So I think they have good individual players, but I'm not sure if the team will be strong enough to overcome some of these teams in this group. So I have South Korea last. Second is going to be very hard to predict in this group. I think all three of these teams that remain have a chance. But I personally am going to put Ghana to come second. I think, when I looked at the schedule, Ghana plays Uruguay on the final match day of the group stage. And we all
Which
know the
might be
history.
easy,
We all know the
yeah,
history
yeah,
of those
they
two
decide.
teams. I think Ghana will finally get back at Uruguay for that Suarez handball.
Handball.
And I think they will come second in this group. So I have Uruguay to come third and get knocked out. Uruguay, we always saw them with Tabarez. He's now gone. They have a new manager in place. I think they still play decent football. But that back line, I think, is just too old. And I think Ghana will overcome them. And then, of course, we have the terrorist football team in this group, which is Portugal. Fernando Santos plays the most
I love how you say when the Portuguese
anti-football that you will watch. But at the end of the day, somehow it is successful. That tends to happen in international competition and in knockout competitions.
That's very ugly.
And it is very possible that Portugal could reach far with that formula. I think they need to stop relying on Ronaldo so much. I think they have better individual players than him right now. So relying on Ronaldo only when only in the chances when he has to come on, I think is a better formula. Players like Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leao, their midfield is solid as well with Vitinha and Carvalho. I hope he will pick Payet to start as well too. Payet has been brilliant for Fulham. And I think the backline is solid with Ruben Diaz anchoring that backline. Diogo Costa, one of the best goalkeepers in the world right now. I think Portugal can make it far in this group, so I have them first. In this tournament, sorry. What do you think, Jogi?
Yeah, I think Portugal, this squad is stacked. I like Antonio Silva in the back as well too. He has been doing well this season. I think he's going to be a big surprise.
For sure.
I want to see João Felix released from the shackles of Simeone. I want to see what he's going to do.
That was deep, bro.
No,
a Real Madrid man talking about
no, because
Atletico
I
Madrid
like
man,
João
yes.
Felix. I like João Felix.
Yeah,
I
fair
don't
enough.
like Atletico. And
Fair
I think Simeone sinking the man career.
Fair enough.
But I still think Cristiano Ronaldo is needed there on top because who else is going to put a strike for them? Not Andre Silva.
I think Andre Silva could catch a little form and score in group stages and carry on with that
Yeah,
form.
but I mean, Ronaldo, bro.
What interview?
Yeah, where's Piers Morgan?
Ronaldo, best 90 minutes was that interview.
Well, the man saving himself. Well, watch now.
Hey, leave it alone, right?
Yeah,
Leave it alone.
I
That's
mean,
a sensitive topic,
And then
right?
they have Rafael out there as well too. The midfielders Stark, Silva, Bruno, Ruben Neves. I don't really rate William Carvalho.
He ain't do nothing.
Yeah, and then that Cancelo, and like I say, Antonio Silva, Ruben Diaz. Pepe is still there. Love the dog.
I want Pepe to start.
Love the dog. Pepe always starting for me once Pepe starting in that squad.
Yeah.
So I think I know Portugal gonna go through on top. Same thing Fernando Santos. He horrible. He horrible. What this team could be doing, he is not doing that. But I guess that goes for Brazil, that going for France, that going for England.
Correct.
All the big teams.
It's what works. It's not what looks good all the time.
Yeah, I mean, and if you kind of watch, France win the World Cup,
Oh,
and
correct.
that, but Portugal win the Euros under Fernando Santos. So I mean,
That was
Who
ugly.
they beat in that final?
nah, they do.
Ah.
They go, yeah.
But that was an ugly win.
Yeah. But still, I want Uruguay to go through. The only reason I want Uruguay to go through is because Fede there. I don't really like Uruguay because I do not like Suarez. So I wanted Ghana to get a revenge. But I still think Uruguay gonna go through.
Punta, we see you
over Ghana.
dancing off screen there. Continue.
I still think Uruguay gonna go through in second place. And Ghana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I still think Uruguay have that little extra oomph.
Yeah, not the fight.
But they ain't gonna make it after that. But
Yeah.
that's that.
They don't usually make it far. But
Correct.
at least in the past few.
Yeah.
Not since fall.
Since in
Yeah.
black and white.
When they win what? The first one?
Dog, they win.
Yeah, no, they
They
had two
won
World
the
Cups to the
first
name.
one.
Yeah.
They hosted the first
The
one. I
first
think,
one,
and
then
We
the
could probably
first
do that in an episode and talk
And then they
about.
win like the third one or
Back
fourth
in the
one or
day.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had
But-
2 World Cups to the name.
I think
So, does it there?
2030
Oh,
would be
I'd say
100
my-
years.
Oh, shucks,
Man.
Loom, sorry, boy, sorry.
Yeah.
Forget the man that way, the brightest
Don't
one.
forget the Ghana supporter.
Continue.
For me, I really like Ghana's team on paper. I just think the inexperience of that team will make them come last. Because
Last?
yeah,
Yo.
I think they come in last. I think South Korea will come third. They have Son, they have Kim Jin-mi from Napoli, who's
yeah.
a really good defender, and then they have Hwang Yi-chan, who's okay, but yeah. I think Uruguay, the team on paper impresses me. I think Darwin might have a big World Cup because he's been getting into form with Liverpool. I find his play has been getting way better.
Powering up.
Yeah. And every time Darwin plays, he looks dangerous. So I think he will give Uruguay that edge. Suarez might play in a front two with him, and then I find Uruguay's midfield with Bentancur and Valverde is a very impressive midfield. Valverde is one of the best midfielders in Europe right now, and he's showing that his overall game is just getting better and better. He's one of the most complete midfielders. So I'll give Uruguay second, and as we do, I'll pragmatic Portugal first. On paper, that team is so stinky. It's just dirty. They are real good players. I think Palhinha should start for Portugal, but I don't know if he will. But I find Palhinha has been brilliant this season. But I'll give Portugal first. I think they'll win this group, but I don't think they'll make it far in the knockout round.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Fair
bro.
enough. So there you have it. We rounded out all the groups
Yep.
and gave our predictions.
You will see the graphic.
In the coming episode, we'll talk about some things like top scorer, our overall winners,
Yep.
golden ball predictions, young player of the tournament. Anything I missed there?
Nah.
I think there's-
Golden Glove.
Golden glove.
Yeah.
Right. So
Sorry,
we'll do that in the
cameraman.
next
We say it
episode.
will be half an hour. It probably is like an hour. So,
Once it upload.
yeah. We will see you on the next one. Let's hear your predictions. Drop it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe.
Stop by the store for
Stop
some
by
of
the
the
store.
packs.
We have packs available. We have cards actually selling. So if you don't want to pack stuff and take a gamble or a chance, you could buy the actual cards that you want. It's all licensed for the World Cup. And big up Timmy on taking the first entire box. So stay tuned and we'll show you what he pulls next. And see you on the next episode. Enjoy the World Cup.
Good times.
Boy, I was had to fucking pee that whole. Jeez,
No, I see Loom there.
yeah, boy, I'm holding it in there.
Thank you. Thank you.